Thai group number 2. So, just going to give the cards an extra shuffle. Okay, we have 10 of Arrows, Injustice, the Wanderer in reverse, and the 5 of Bows, Empowerment, the King of Bows reversed, the 9 of Stones, Tradition, and the Page of Arrows reversed. We've got the Knight of Bows, the Fox, the World, Tree, and the 10 of Stones, Home. So I'm going to talk about a you and a them, but you can reverse the roles. If it feels it's more relevant the other way around, then you can switch those. Bottom of the deck, Boredom, my favourite card in this deck. Not the best. Well, it's just the truth, right? The truth. You'll know if this is relevant to your situation. If there's a sense of stagnation, of boredom, of waiting, of just feeling like you kind of had enough. And with this card, I mean, I find it very light, actually, because it makes me laugh, because this woman's expression is just brilliant. But, you know, she's sitting there in her party dress and she's been waiting freaking ages for this party to get started, and no one's showing up. No one's showing up. So if this feels like relevant, that it's taking a long time to get this show on the road, then this may be your reading. Okay. Yeah, so you're feeling stuck. You're feeling like you don't have a choice somehow in this situation. It's interesting, this looks really like the 2 of Swords, this kind of indecision, weighing things up, weighing up the scales, and feeling, yeah, just feeling like things aren't fair. And this need to go inside, because it feels like you're confused or bound, or it's like you can't see. You're having a struggle kind of seeing what's around you. And you can't, it's like you're weighing up these different options, and what is more valuable to you, what is most important to you. Because things aren't moving forward. There's a block to stepping into this new place, this new world, new realm. And the them, they might be in a bit of a like in control. I feel like the other person is kind of in control of the situation, and you feel kind of bound by them. You feel like they're ready to fight. You know, they're like right here. They've got their bow up. They're ready. Like their club. They're ready for action. But it's kind of crazy as well, because they've got these bows, but they're not stringed. They've got no arrows. They've just got a club. It's just this kind of crazy fight, this kind of battle, and it's like they're battling something else. I feel like it's not even you they're battling. It's like their focus is elsewhere, and like they're ready for like this kind of crazy fight, but it's like it's not real. It's like there's no one actually there, and they don't actually have the things to fight with anyway. It feels a bit confusing, and I feel like you don't know what to do about this situation. It's like you've got your foot on the bow. You know, you're stopping any kind of conflict, and trying to make a peaceful decision. Where you want to be. You know, the Nine of Stones. This is actually the card of independence and being single, traditionally, Nine of Pentacles. I feel like there is a need to have some kind of, there needs to be some kind of healing in the situation. There's something that maybe needs to be done alone. Maybe you feel like you need time alone, or it's like you both need this kind of space. For this wisdom, there needs to be some wisdom. And I'm feeling like a deep wisdom, like an ancient wisdom, something that is really like a knowing, like from an elder. You know, it's like this of experience, this understanding of experience. And both of you have this kind of passion. I actually feel like you may be withholding some anger, withholding some like suppressing your emotions. You're suppressing your fire energy, your fire power, and it's like you want to release that. And actually, you know, because of this stagnation, because of this place where you're feeling really disempowered, even though your feelings might feel quite intense, or if they came out they might be quite overwhelming. It's like you need to express, or you need to release this even like rage, because things have become so tangled. It's like there's this mess, and you need to let it out, to embrace your the heat of your passion, of your emotions, whether that's lustful or anger, whatever it is. It's like your passion just needs to be expressed and needs to come out. And for them, what they want from this situation, I've got the Page of Arrows in reverse, and I honestly, this little bird, I mean, the bird is very cute, but if you look at its eye, it's just got this slightly kind of, I want to say like pissed off eye as well. It's just the way it looks, it's just got this like, what are you looking at kind of face. And you call it, does a bird have a face? I guess so. And I think actually they've got some kind of things they would like to say as well. And I'm feeling like you just need some time. Either a kind of break from this situation, some time away just to focus on yourselves. There needs to be a completion, I feel. You need to let out your passion. You need to release this passion, right? For them, they need to get grounded. They need to maybe focus on their work, on their life, on stepping through a doorway, stepping through to another place or another. This could even be moving house, moving to another location. Focusing on what they want. This could be work as well, like really taking their work to a next level. Understanding what they really want long term. Expressing what they really want long term. And there needs to be a completion of a cycle here. There needs to be something wrapped up. It's like there's, yeah, there needs to be some kind of navigating of this kind of labyrinth, this confusion. Because somewhere along here, somewhere within this, there is a need for having compassion with the situation, having an understanding of what the other is experiencing, what the other is going through. And I feel like you maybe not expressing fully what you need. Or what you want. But the way, with the fox, it's like expressing this in a kind of clever way. The fox is a bit of a trickster, is a bit of is kind of fun and playful. And this may also be you just needing to embrace that part of yourself, that kind of playful part of yourself, or actually even look elsewhere from this connection and just go and enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. So you'll know what resonates for you, whether this is, for some of you, this is really something that needs to be kind of wrapped up, and realizing that actually trying to stay in this connection is really, or focus on this connection, or put energy into this connection or situation, is really not helping anyone. And there needs to be this time for you to kind of enjoy yourself, have fun, express your passion, like release it, and then for them to really feel like, find their real feet, find their grounding, find their place. it's bringing some wisdom of like the passing of time, being aware of how things ebb and flow, and the awareness of giving and receiving, the ebbing and flowing within this connection, and where maybe either you've been overgiving or you haven't received enough, and then working out how to bring that into balance. Because if it's not a situation where you can express that you are not getting what you need, then you need to allow yourself to get that somewhere else, or to take your focus away from this situation. Because I feel both of you are actually quite stressed by this dynamic. I think actually both of you want out. To be honest, both of you kind of want out from this situation. That's, some of you. If that doesn't resonate, then it's about you expressing and sharing the passion or whatever it is inside in order to bring things together. And they need, in that case, they need some clarity, some clarification from you. Yeah, because things need to move, right? Things need to shift in this situation. It's you're kind of stuck. Both of you are in this kind of stuck place with it, or they may even be not even thinking about this situation. They may be really focused elsewhere at the moment. And in order to bring it into the next stage, or the next cycle, the next wave, or the completion of this situation, your passion can really help that, and their grounding can help that, their stability. They need to bring in stability, you need to bring in passion, and then it can either complete and come into a solid place, or it will wrap up and you can do your own thing. I hope that makes sense for you guys. There's sometimes multiple messages that come through with the collective readings. I'm going to do an extension. I'm going to look at the attitude to adopt in this situation, the actions for you to take, and the likely outcome if you follow these. So follow the extensions below if you want to understand more of that. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. You can subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, give me a like or say hi. Drop me a comment. Okay. Oh, hello. He flipped somewhere during there, the Prince of Wands. Okay. So here he is. First out, the Prince of Wands. We have the Princess of Wands in reverse. And the Four of Wands. All wands there. A lot of passion. A lot of passion here. We've got Two of Wands, bottom of the deck. We've got the Chariot. We've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups reversed. All right. Okay. So it feels pretty clear. You're really passionate about this connection. You want things to move forward. You feel like this situation. I'm assuming it's a relationship, and I'm going to talk about a you and a them. You can switch the roles if it feels more relevant the opposite way around. But regarding this situation, likely relationship, you are very passionate about it. You are very determined. You've got a lot of energy for it. You've got fire for it. You're really kind of focused on being with it. And your other person actually also is. And they also want this to come into being. They want this to they're like diving in. They want to dive in. They want to fly in. They want to fully immerse within this. Yeah, you're both very passionate about this. So what's going on? There's just a misperception. There's just like either you or them or both of you are kind of blind to this, or not seeing this, or or there's an overly there's too much fire, there's too much passion, too much aggression. And it's creating some conflict. There needs to be some kind of decision made here. I feel like you need to make some kind of decision. But I see that you I see that you're your determination, but it's like anchoring it and grounding it. What really just needs to happen is some work with this situation. It's like overcoming the anxieties and fears. There's some worries here, and they really want to receive it. It's like you want to give, you want to, like, this passion, you want to kind of charge into the situation, and they're actually they are overcoming maybe the fear of allowing it in, receiving it in. because both of you are wanting to walk away from the doubts and the fears. Let's clarify. I want to clarify this Princess of Wands. Okay, King of Cups. There could be a person blocking this situation. This Princess of Wands could be someone who's kind of coming between you. This would be someone also very passionate, fiery, and maybe female, but not necessarily. And that person is almost like the focus of this situation. It's like that person's become the center. And there's a need for balanced emotions regarding this situation. Because it's creating a lot of tension. There's a need for cooling things down. You may be feeling kind of uncertain exactly how to do that, or how to move forward, or how to overcome it. If this isn't a person in the middle, then stick with the original. My original understanding of just this, there's like there could be some conflict about how to move forward, or conflict about what people want. Either way, it's this what's needed is some cooling things down, getting things stable, and putting in some effort, actually putting the work in. For you, yeah, you've got all these fears, right? You've got lots of worries and anxieties about this situation that are unfounded, that aren't true. You're worried about taking a step forward, about where to go next, but actually that's exactly what you need to do, is to overcome that uncertainty and take just make the effort. Take practical steps, even if you're not quite sure. It's like there's a need to just put one foot in front of the other. Let me clarify then. Yeah. They need to receive, they need to feel fulfilled, they need to feel whole and feel valued and trusted and worthy. That's what they're not feeling in this situation. Yeah, this like slow, and this is the kind of slow and steady. It's like they for them, what they want is to keep moving forward step by step, slowly by slowly. They want this kind of practical steps in moving forward, like a plan. The Prince of Pentacles, he has a plan, and they want some kind of surety or certainty in how to take those steps forward. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you need to, you want to overcome the past. I feel like there's been a lot of challenges in this situation, and you want to just go forward with it. And yeah, and this situation, like, I feel both of you want to just create this like a strength between you, like a real determined connection that can overcome the challenges. It's like, this is kind of where it wants to head, or where you want it to head next, is just into a place of solidity, where it's like, we're working together, we're creating this, we're making this happen, we're overcoming any difficulties. And yeah, building a new foundation. This is for you, to build a new foundation, start restructuring, bringing in the practicality, and letting go of any conflict, overcoming the challenges. You may also have fear about getting into conflict with this person, that they are going to challenge you or fight with you, but this is all this imaginary fear. And even taking the steps into this to build something, to create a more stable, like moving from the two to the Two of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, right? The Two of Pentacles is uncertain, unbalanced, and the Three of Pentacles is about creating a solid foundation. So it's transitioning from that, and you may feel like you're just going to take the wrong steps, and that you're going to encounter like challenges from other people. But if you adopt the mindset that you can work together with other people, that you're going to create something together, whether this is this person or someone else, because there's a lot of people in these cards, and I feel like there's a lot of men, like the conflict with men or same gender. And actually it's about being able to realize, this is this Eyes of Beauty card, having this perception that actually you can create something, some kind of foundation with people, rather than getting into conflict with them. And being willing to do that work, being willing to create that that sense of teamwork, that sense of stability and grounding. So improving this situation, I think being able to see things in a slightly different way, having a new insight into this, and making some kind of decision to work on it and move forward with it is the essence for you. I'm going to continue this in an extension, which is going to include the attitude to adopt, the action to take, and the likely outcome if you do. So if you want to go deeper into the situation, you can follow the extension below. Otherwise, I hope this gave you some insight into what's going on and some ideas to move forward anyway. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to speaking to you another time. Okay, Spiral Dancer group number 4. Let's see what we have for you. We've got the 5 of Roses. The Lookout in reverse. And 7 of Forces, Balance in reverse. We've got the 6 of Scrolls, Sands of Time. The Winged Messengers in reverse. And the Karmic Trench in reverse. We've got Winter, 5 of Forces. Three of Scrolls, Setting Your Course. And the Oracle of Delphi in reverse. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Fated Meeting. This situation is, it's kind of crumbling. And the main reason for this is things are out of balance. There's a lack of stability, a lack of certainty, and I feel like it's mainly with the other person in this connection. I feel like you may be also being a little immature in this situation. You may be hoping for things to improve and to grow over time. But because the reality is the other person really feels like they are stuck in some kind of cycle. And for you, it's being aware, things go in cycles and things can cycle round and improve, or they can just be stuck on the same level. And there's a need to identify whether this is a cycle that is moving to another level or a cycle that isn't changing. And it feels to me like that the other person is not really changing. I feel like you're trying to see it as a situation where things are going to grow and shift, and this is your idea that within time things are going to get better. And because you know this is someone who is important in your life, this is someone who is a soulmate, or a situation that involves a soulmate. But I feel like I really feel that there is a sense of them, that both of these, the Balance in reverse and the Karmic Trench, it's like they don't actually want to change. And I think for you, you're hoping that that they're naturally maturing or growing, things are changing, the sun's going to rise, that kind of thing. It's going to evolve naturally, but actually I don't think they want to. I don't think they want to change. They want to either keep things as they are, keep the situation as it is, or they want to, they personally want to stay the same. They don't want to evolve or change the person. And I think there's a conflict of interest for the future. I feel like you may be on different pages about what you actually want. Because for you, the advice was really about letting this go. Even though, this is, a situation or relationship that was meant to be, or is meant to be, perhaps in the future again. But I think the reality is that right now it's not, it's not satisfying for you, and really I feel like you're in quite a balanced place. I mean, you may be kind of a little bit naive regarding it. You're hopeful, but overall, you're in a generally kind of healthy state. But I feel like they're not really. They're kind of out of balance. They're kind of stuck. They need to get some clarity of their mind. There's something they're really not getting. They're really not understanding. And it's like there's this misinterpretation, misunderstanding, or miscommunication. It's like you're saying one thing and they're hearing another, or they're saying something and you're hearing another. It's like just this confusion of communication, or lack of communication. And to improve the situation, it's really for you to kind of allow things to quieten and to end. It's the winter. This is the guidance for you, winter. Step into the kind of closing out, culmination of cycle. And for both of you to be deciding on what you really want. I feel like there's a need for you to reflect on, what you really want from this situation or relationship, or from a relationship in general. Like what is it you need from a, for example, if this is a relationship, what is it that you need from a partnership? What is it you need from a connection? And to be honest with yourself about that, and if you're receiving that, and to be aware of that you can't force anyone to be anything, and that things need to be given space and time. I think you know that. You know that things need time. You know that you need to give this, almost like watch this. It's almost like you want to step back and kind of just watch this from a distance. And really this evolution, but the sands of time and the karmic trench, they're almost like opposites. It's like this allowing for change versus this like digging into a hole. And just this kind of clash in between. Unknown paths, unknown. So beneath these, like, there's the difference between fate and destiny, and we have fated meeting. This is something that's destined to, fated to happen, something that is meant to happen, something that you've designed for your life, that you're going to encounter this particular person or this particular situation. But once you've encountered them, the path from there is actually up to you. It's not determined. So you create your own destiny. Once you've met with your fate, so you've met this person, how this actually moves in the future is destiny, is choice. And you have the opportunity to choose what you really want. And I feel like you're being guided to choose the unknown path, choose the uncertainty, and heading towards the light, because this situation is, you know, not very light. And you're, yeah, headed towards a kind of rebirth, headed towards a situation where you can see this girl, right? She follows this path, she heads off into the wood, and then coming out into this clearing, and then there's this kind of playfulness, joyfulness, connection, and just hope and light. And I feel like you're being guided to move towards that right now. So I'm going to do an extension for this reading, which is going to look at the attitude to adopt, the action to take, and the likely outcome. And I'm looking at that for you personally and also towards a situation. Okay, so if you want to go to that extension, you can follow the link below. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to speaking to you again another time.